Rainollon here. Today is another build showcase, and it's the Tenet Diplos. So let us immediately start. Starting with the mods I'm using. I'm using Prime Target Cracker, critical damage, Galloness Crosshair, critical chance while aiming, Galloness Diffusion, multi-shot, Lethal Torrent, fire rate and multi-shot, Galloness Shot, stash chance and direct damage per stash on target, Pistol Pestilence, Toxin, stash chance, Frostbite, Cold and stash chance, Cold and Toxin give you viral, and Prime Heated Charge for a lot of heat. These are the mods I'm using. For the Exo's Weapon Adapter slot mods, I will recommend two of them. First one is, if you have ammo problems, use Pistol Ammo Mutation for the ammo economy. If you don't have problems with ammo, use Steady Hands to fix your weapon recoil. This weapon has a ridiculous recoil. This will fix it for you. For the Arcane, Secondary Deadhead is easily by far the best in slot. On precision headshot kills, you get 120% increased damage, stacks up 3 times, so that's 360% increased damage. Plus 30% headshot multiplier and weapon recoil. This weapon recoil plus Steady Hands weapon recoil, that's 100% reducing your weapon recoil, which turns the weapon into a laser. So if you have recoil problems, this and Deadhead will fix that entirely. For the passive, it has two passives. First one, when you aimed outside, you lock onto 8 enemies, which you'll see like a diamond onto their heads. And what it does, it shoots a homing projectile that does damage, and it isn't good, in my opinion. And the other passive is when you don't use the weapon, it reloads 10% of magazine per second while holstered, which is kind of unique, but I find it useless. So yeah, that's the passive. For the element I chose when I killed my sister, Tenet sister, is heat. You can use toxin, but I like heat, that's it. So heat from this, heat from prime heated charge, I have a lot of heat damage. For the stats, fire rate, really good. Magazine size, really good. Maximum ammo, decent. Reload speed, horrible. That's why it has this shitty passive. Accuracy, very high. It's automatic. It has one-time punch through, which is quite nice. So it pierces to 2 enemies, which is pretty solid. Riven Dispo is horrible. I will not recommend. If you have one that is really good, remove Lethal Torrent for it. Critical chance, solid. Crit multi, solid. Stash chance, fine. And total damage is really good. For the stats, for the alternative fire, which is the locking on, aiming, homing projectile garbage, it has the exact same stats. Why? Why does it have the exact same stats? In my opinion, this should be all higher. Total damage should be 3 times higher. Crit chance should be like at least like 5 to 6% higher. And crit multi should be like above 5x, in my opinion. It just isn't good. And I'm going to show you very soon. So yeah, those are the stats. The Tenet sister element, the passive, the mods, and the arcane. Time for me to show you this weapon in game. So how do the Tenet dipshits work? You shoot. And it's automatic. Pistols. Yep, that's it. Nothing special. So time for me to show you against enemies. I'm going to start with the alternative fire mode one, which is the passives. So if I were to shoot this guy, and I wasted like half of my magazine, I switch to my primary. You can hear some weird sound. And that means it's finished. So when I switch back, it reloaded the weapon while holstered. Which is kind of interesting. So you can shoot this weapon. You wasted the entire mag, switch to your primary. Then switch back. That's the gimmick, which is kind of interesting. In my opinion, when I want to use something, I will just use this one weapon. I will not use anything else. So for me, this is kind of annoying. The second passive is you aim down sight and you mark enemies. You will see these diamonds. You shoot. And it does the exact same damage as the regular shots. So what are the regular shots? Holding left click. Why are the stats exactly the same? Alright, mark. So I wasted all of my ammo on 4 enemies, but I can just do this. You know, it's just like, it falls off. It's very good on low-level missions. It's kind of satisfying on low-level missions. So I will spawn level like, let's say you fight against level 20. And which is overkill, but let's say level 20. Reload this puppy. I have no ammo. Give me ammo. Thank you. Mark these guys. Shoot. See, like, there's satisfaction here. But for steel path and higher level content, if you want to use this, use it like a primary to be like a primer to proc a lot of elements, and then you switch to this thing, mark enemies, and shoot for your galvanized to multiply the damage and all of that shit. But personally, the alternative fire just isn't good. Also, for the people asking, hey, you're using galvanized crosshairs for the critical chance while aiming. How the hell am I supposed to shoot if you are marking enemies? Well, the way you can do it is start shooting, aim down, and you continuously shooting without marking. Shoot, aim down. If you stop yourself from shooting and you start again, it does the marking system. So just hold left click the entire time. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the Tenet Diplos. So how do I feel about the Tenet Diplos? Like every other dual-wielding pistol, they're kind of outdated. They're single-target DPSers. There's no clear. The clear exists on this weapon. It's just I wish the alternative fire move stats were better. But they are not, so they're just single-target DPSers, and they're just slow. You can do all content with these guys easily, but they're just slow compared to other secondaries. And my personal opinion, these guys are easily the best dual-wielding pistols of all of them. It has punch-through, which is very nice, gives you clear, and they have one of the highest total damage compared to the other dual-wielding pistols, and they also have really good crit chance and a solid crit multi, and 2 gimmicks that makes it quite unique to use and just better overall than other dual-wielding pistols. So overall, Tenet Diplos, I give it a thumbs up, but in the current meta in Warframe, I give it like a thumbs down. So it's usable. If you like these guys, sure, go for it, use them. They're solid. And so yeah, that's my Tenet Diplos. I hope you enjoyed the build. Thank you everybody for watching. Leave a like, sub, and see y'all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.